This is everything you need to make the best matcha, in my opinion. When I first started, I did not use any of these things, but a recent trip to Japan totally inspired me to dive a little bit deeper into matcha, and here we are. So happy Matcha Mondays with Michelle. We're gonna walk through everything while I make a matcha latte. So the first thing obviously is matcha powder. This one is actually from Don Quixote in Japan. This one smells super nutty and even a little chocolatey. The color is also a beautiful green. So it just goes to show you don't need to use ceremonial grade, the highest quality of matcha from the most prestigious brands to have a great at-home matcha experience. Next is a sifter. This just helps get rid of any clumps from the matcha powder. Something to scoop your matcha. I like to use a metal spoon, even though people say you're not supposed to because it affects, I don't even know what it affects, but I haven't seen any difference. A lot of people swear by using a chashaku, which is what this thing is called, but I hate using this. You'll also need a chawan or a bowl, and honestly, you don't need a specific bowl like this. You can just use any bowl you have. I like it because it has a spout and it makes it easier to pour. This is from David's Tea. And for me personally, I also like to use a scale. I like my matchas to be very consistent, and if you want that consistency, get a scale. This scale is by Maestri House. Don't know how to pronounce it, but I found it on Amazon. So I like to use 3 grams of powder. Next is a temperature controlled kettle. It's not necessary, but I do think it's nice because if you use too hot of water, then you might burn your matcha. But also different temperatures can bring out different flavors in the matcha. So if you want to experiment, then it's very nice to have one that you can control the temperature with. So I usually do 30 milliliters of water. Next is a chasen or your matcha whisk. You can totally use an electric whisk, but I do think there's nothing that's gonna create that really nice silky foam like a chasen. I found mine on Amazon again, and I added this cute little sakura charm, and I actually sell these through my beaded jewelry business. If you're interested, I'll leave it linked in the caption. And I usually whisk in a zigzag W motion for about 30 seconds. The microfoam is microfoaming today. I think matcha always tastes the best in a cute simple glass cup like this. I got this from Target. If you're making a latte, this is my favorite milk, the Califia Farms Barista Blend Oat Milk, mainly because it does not overpower the matcha flavor. I do 80 milliliters of milk. Sometimes I don't use sweetener, but if the powder is a little more bitter, then I like to add pure maple syrup. This one's from Trader Joe's. I only add about 2 milliliters, and then we add the matcha. I also like to add a bit more water to pick up the leftover matcha, swirl it around, and pour. I also like to use shorter straws, mainly because most of my cups are on the smaller side, and I think these came in a pack of 8 from Amazon. Now my favorite part. Cheers! Oh my gosh, it's nutty and umami, not astringent, a little bit bitter, but it works so well. So everything will be linked in my bio. Hopefully this helps. If you have any other tips or suggestions, leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!